Good morning. We've got two Interwatch items to go over today, and then I got three updates on cases that have occurred in the past here that we wanted to talk about. The first Interwatch item that we'll talk about is a residential robbery, and this is listed under case number 16C 70264. 16C 70264, residential robbery that occurred in the 1700 block of South Hiram. This occurred on October 6th at approximately 1:30 p.m. On October 6th at approximately 1:30 p.m., officers were dispatched to a residential robbery call in the 1700 block of South Hiram. Upon arrival, officers made contact with a 45-year-old female resident at that house. She stated that two unknown suspects entered her residence through the front door and demanded money from her. One of the suspects stated that he had a gun, but there was no weapon that was seen. Two safes inside the house and the victim's personal belongings were taken. She did not receive any injuries. Suspect description that we have, suspect one is a white male, approximately 20 to 22 years of age, approximately 5'8", slender build. He was wearing a white hooded sweat jacket. Suspect two is a black male, approximately 20 to 22 years of age, approximately 5'5", slender build. He was wearing a black hooded sweat jacket and unknown color shorts. They both had white hooded or white cloths over the lower portion of their face. We do not have any suspect description at this time. We are looking for anybody with additional information to please call detectives or Crime Stoppers.
I'm sorry, you said there was two safes in the home, and that's...
Yeah, two safes containing an undisclosed amount of money was taken.
So they literally took both of those safes out of
Correct.
the house?
Yes.
Do you have any more specifics on the personal belongings that were taken?
It was just her purse and the contents of that, some identification, and I believe some money.
And really quickly here, can you
Sure.
give the phone number for...
Absolutely. The detective section is 268-4407, and Crime Stoppers is 267-2111.
Can you explain again how these two suspects, I guess, found this or
Right.
got inside the house?
You know, I'm not sure how they went in. I'm not sure if the door was unlocked or if they forced entry into the house, but they did go through the front door of the individual's home. She stated that she did not know him or recognize him. So right now it's just an open investigation as to why these two individuals went over to that house and went inside.
Did you say her age?
Yes, she is 45.
And the second suspect, black male, 20 to 21?
20 to 22. Both of them are 20 to 22 approximately. Okay. Second one's an aggravated battery case under case number 16C 70233. 16C 70233, aggravated battery that occurred in the area of 17th and Green. This also occurred yesterday, October 6th at approximately 12 p.m. On October 6th at approximately 12 p.m., officers were dispatched to Wesley Medical Center for a victim who came in with a gunshot wound to his knee. Upon arrival, officers made contact with a 16-year-old male who told officers that he and another 15-year-old male were walking in the area of 17th and Green and attempted to purchase drugs from an unknown suspect in the area. The victim stated that after he handed the suspect money, he realized that the suspect did not have any drugs and pushed the suspect. The victim reports to the police that the suspect then pulled a handgun from his waistband and fired it one time as the victims ran away. And that's when the victim was struck in the knee. He has non-life-threatening injuries to his leg, and we do not have any suspect description or suspects at the time. I do have a suspect description. The suspect is reported as an unknown black male, approximately 17 to 22 years of age, 5'7" to 6 foot tall, approximately 150 pounds. He was wearing a red shirt and black shorts. Again, this occurred at 12 p.m. approximately in the area of 17th and Green. So if anybody has any additional information, maybe was in that area and saw somebody matching that description, please give us a call. Detective section, or as always, remain anonymous with Crime Stoppers.
You said he was shot after he started running?
Yes, he was shot in the knee after he ran away, as he was running away. And I'm not sure which knee it was.
And it was the 15 and 16-year-olds who were trying to purchase drugs from
Correct.
this person?
Yep, and the 16-year-old is the one that was shot. The 15-year-old did not have any injuries.
How did they come to know that that's the location to buy the drugs then?
I don't know. They said that they were just walking in the area, and then they went by private vehicle to the hospital, and that's how we were notified.
And they say they don't know the suspect.
Correct. Okay. Some updates on some booking charges from 3 different cases. The first update we'll give on the homicide that occurred at 5400 East 21st Street. Again, that case number is 16C69937. Investigators have arrested an 18-year-old female yesterday in connection with that homicide, and she was booked into the adult detention facility for murder.
What's her relation to the victim?
That I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the relationship is, if there is any.
That's 2 arrests now on that case.
2 arrests now. Investigation still continues.
When was she arrested?
Yesterday? And I'm not sure what time. It'll be on the
Looking
sheets.
for more suspect?
Possibly, yeah. The homicide section is still trying to contact several people involved in the incident.
Is she a gang member?
I don't know if she's a gang member or not.
Can you give me the address one more time of the homicide?
Sure, it was occurred at 5400 East 21st Street.
Do you know, did this all occur on the outside of the complex? Because I know you talked about this a few days ago.
Right, I'm not too familiar with the case just because the Lieutenant Ojow and the homicide section have been working with it. I do know, I believe it occurred in the parking lot or the surrounding area around that apartment complex.
Do you know where she was arrested? I know in the booking sheet it just has downtown's address.
I'm not sure where she was picked up from. Okay. Another update on an aggravated battery incident from East OC yesterday morning, documented under case number 16C70168. That suspect, a 38-year-old male, was booked into jail for attempted murder, aggravated arson, and traffic charges from the car chase that ensued yesterday. Again, that was the incident at Harry and Hillside where the suspect allegedly ran over the victim and set the vehicle on fire prior to getting into a car chase with officers.
How is the victim doing?
I don't have an update on the victim's condition today.
Do you now know what the relationship was between this victim and this arrestee?
I don't right now. No, I don't know their relationship.
But our suspect's out of the hospital and in jail.
Correct. Yes, he is in jail.
So you don't know, because I guess this is a parking lot of a bar, if I'm correct. You don't know if the incident might have happened inside the bar and then spilled out into the parking lot.
Based on the time, I think it occurred early in the morning, like 4:30 or 5, I think, or maybe even 6, somewhere around there. So the bar was closed. So I don't think that it has any relation to the bar that I know of. And I also wanted to give an update on a case that we spoke about on September 22nd. That case number is 16C66610. That was a stabbing that occurred in the 900 block of South Main. In that case, a 28-year-old male was stabbed by an unknown male in the 900 block of South Main. Detectives, through the investigation, were able to identify a suspect and arrested a 28-year-old male yesterday. The suspect was booked for attempted murder and aggravated battery. And I'm not sure the circumstances on the relationship for that case either.
Can you refresh us on that case?
It was very little detail that we had at the time that we gave it out. It was a 28-year-old male that was found, I think, by an individual in the apartment complex with a stab wound, and he was transported to the hospital. And I think at the time that we didn't even have any information from him as to what had happened. So through the investigation, they were able to determine that there was a suspect, and they arrested him yesterday.
Can you repeat the case number?
Sure. Case number is 66610, and again, it happened back on September 22nd. And I think that's actually the day that we talked about it as well. Okay, anything else?
With the clown stuff, have
Sure.
you guys brought the charges again, Mr. Lindsay?
The juvenile was arrested. I'm not sure where the investigators are at by presenting it to the district attorney's office for charging. He is a juvenile, so the case would have to be presented to the district attorney's office, and I'm not sure if that has happened yet. But that is the only arrest that we have made, reference the clown incident.
Nikki, going back to the shooting, the homicide on East 21st.
Sure.
Where the 17-year-old was arrested.
Correct. Yesterday.
Obviously, that's probably up to the district attorney on whether or not they go forward and charge him as an adult.
Right. Yeah, that would all have to be something through the district attorney's office and the court system. Yep. All right. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your weekend.